Okay guys, here we are. We're in the middle of the swamp right now. The river's behind me, ridge is up on top. I'm fixing to show you how to isolate deer in the early bow season. And I'm going to show you, my slogan is kill them with rocks. I'm going to explain that in the middle of this video or at the end of this video. But what we're doing today is we're going out, we got a lot of white oak trees in here. White oak trees produce fruit for the deer. The deer will walk over corn, walk over any kind of supplemental feed to get to the acorns if you do what we're going to do today. So hang on, let me show you what we're doing. Okay, as you can see, we're going to walk up this ridge, and I'm going to point out the trees in here that we're going to fertilize today. I've got about 18 or 20 white oaks right here as I'm standing on top of this ridge. And we're not going to fertilize all of these. We're going to fertilize some of them, and we're going to isolate the deer. We're looking for white oak trees anywhere from 18 to 24 inches wide. We know those are going to be producing trees. White oak trees do not start dropping acorns until they're 18 to 20 years of age. So of course your small trees like this right here probably not going to produce any acorn. This tree right here is going to produce acorn. So how do you fertilize the white oak tree? If you get to the tree and you look up at the tree, there is a drip line, what we call a drip line. The drip line goes around where the overhanging branches, as far out as they go, that is called the drip line of the tree. What you want to do is you want to go out to the edge of the drip line of that tree. You want to fertilize all the way around the drip line back up to the trunk. There is no set amount. Just throw some in there or cover the leaves. It doesn't matter. But you want to go in and just cover the ground. The rain's going to come in. It's going to wash through the litter on the ground, the leaf litter, and it's going to go in the soil. The fibrous roots of the white oak tree is going to pick those nutrients up, shoot it up the trunk, right to the fruit. Okay, and like I said, it doesn't matter what you fertilize these trees with. Anything that you put in here extra that Mother Earth doesn't provide for itself, it's beneficial. Today, we're using 888. 888 is relatively inexpensive. Like I said, you can use 888, 1010, 1313, 1717. Depends on what you have available, and really, fertilizer is expensive. It's what you can afford. And look, here's a tip on doing this. I've done it before several different ways, but if you want to tote a bag around, then tote a bag around. I always pour some in a 5-gallon bucket. If I run out, I just go get more out of the bag. Whole lot simpler to carry this bucket than it is a bag. It's impossible to fertilize all these white oak trees. There's just, I have no idea, 40 to 50 trees in here. This is virgin timber. It's never been cut, and the reason why is because this is on a ridge. It drops off into a river bottom. So these are good trees. I mean, 18 to 24 inches. Some of them are 28 or 29 inches. And so I don't know which ones produced last year. This is new to me. This property is new to me. So what I want to do is try to isolate the deer, so I got a better chance of seeing deer, videoing deer, hunting the deer, not killing, hunting. And then of course if that trophy shows up, I have the opportunity to do that. But these are early season trees. Of course acorns are going to fall in the fall. And we're going to come in here to isolate these deer. I'm coming in here, I'm going to fertilize 10 or 12 trees. That's going to isolate all the deer from the rest of the white oaks. Now, yes, all white oaks may produce this year, but here's the key. The ones you fertilize, a deer has a sixth sense about them. They know what's good, they know what's nutritious, they know what's beneficial for them and for their health. Don't ask me how. God just put that in these animals. So they're going to come to these trees first, they're going to eat these acorns first, and then they're going to go to the ones that have never been fertilized. In the front of this video, I told you we're going to isolate and we're going to kill them with rocks. I'm going to tell you how to kill these deer with rocks. So what does a deer hear when an acorn falls? They hear an acorn hitting the leaves. Just a wild idea that I come up with. I literally went and got some gravel out of my driveway. I put it in my pockets. I went back to my tree stand that was sitting on those white oak trees, and I waited. When I saw some deer, the deer were probably 100 yards from me. I simply didn't make a lot of motion. I didn't want the deer to detect me, but I took a rock, put it on my thumb, and I just flipped it out of the tree. One of those deer heard that rock hit the ground, simulating an acorn falling. Those deer, within a matter of 8 to 10 minutes, all 6 of those deer were right up underneath my tree stand. What were they looking for? They were looking for those acorns that they thought had just hit the ground. That's killing them with rocks. Okay, so you've seen what we've done, and when we talk about doing things to improve deer habitat and to improve your odds of harvesting a deer in the fall, it's some work. This is not something that you're just gonna flippantly come out here and do and not go through some kind of strenuous activity or climb hills or throw this fertilizer out. This is not something just to, this is going to happen. It's going to take effort. So how often do you do this is the next question. This is a 2-part summer deal. You want to do it as early in the spring as you can when the leaves are budding out on the white oak trees. So they'll go ahead and get those nutrients and it'll get started off and kicked off right. The second time you want to do this is late summer, before they do drop acorns, and the rest of the fertilizer will go to the acorns. And so if this is a tactic that you can improve your chance of a harvest, and if you love to watch deer, this is going to improve your chances of viewing any deer that's in the area. These acorns do drop every other year. So out of 6 to 8 trees, let's say that half of them did drop last year. Well, those half, you didn't know it, but you fertilize them, it'll help them next year, the next spring, when they start to produce acorns. As far as this year, the other half that did not drop last year, now you have given those nuts, those acorns, you've sweetened them up, and the deer are going to come looking for them. So pick more than one tree. Today we fertilized probably 12 to 14 trees, but I did not go in a wide area. I actually isolated those trees down, and all those trees are within a 80 to 100 yard circle. So I will be able to, during hunting season, I will be able to come in and be able to see all those trees that I fertilized today, and I'll be in the vicinity of where those deer are going to come to get those acorns. So try this. It isolates the deer. Remember, you can kill them with a pocket full of rocks when the acorns leave and they've eat all the acorns. They still want those fertilized acorns, those sweet nuts, and so they'll come get those sounds of acorns coming out of the trees that are simply rocks coming out of your pocket. They'll come to those. So try this tactic. This tactic is a proven tactic. I've proven it myself, and I'm just trying to pass some wisdom along to the rest of you out there that want to have a better chance and a better opportunity of harvesting or seeing animals or the white-tailed deer next year. So try this out.